Oh, and as if by magic, there we are. Right, I've hit that button to record and to go live, and that's because... Let me explain that usually when you're watching these video clips, up until now I've been recording a video clip every day through from January the 1st 2016 to today's date, which is April the 3rd 2016, and I've been recording video clips and posting them regularly on my social media accounts, specifically Twitter and Facebook. However, today is the first time that when I've pressed this button here, it isn't only recording, it's also going out live on Periscope. So hello to those that are watching on Periscope live. For those that are watching the replay and haven't got a clue what Periscope is and what I'm talking about or referring to there, simply Periscope is one of the latest ways to interact using social media. It's owned by Twitter, and you can check out more at periscope.tv on the web, and you can also download the app for iPhone, iOS, and also now for Android as well. They've caught up there with the Android devices, so you can go to the Google Play Store to download as well. But what Periscope allows you to do now at the touch of a button from your mobile device is broadcast to the world, just like this. But again, if you're watching the replay, well, you're watching the replay, but this did go out live at 7 minutes to 11 PM BST on the 3rd of April 2016. So it means that you can now interact with people and be that more personable, that more authentic, and build up those relationships. That's really what it's all about these days now online, particularly if you're into e-commerce as well and you've got products to sell and offer and services online. This is the ideal way to do it. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Martin Shine. That bit you're probably aware of. I specialise in video production for live events. If you've got a presentation or a product launch, I deal with video production for that type of event, but also incorporating technologies such as this so that brands and businesses can interact with their audience. And of course, the audience these days isn't just in the room with you at a venue, but potentially you've got people around the globe who are interested in what you're doing. So webcasting, live streaming, and again Periscope, they're essential for a lot of businesses and brands these days, and I help enable people to utilize all those technologies together: video production, social media, and make it all happen, because people really are switched on when it comes to interactivity. Speaking of which, if there are any comments out there, I'd certainly be interested to know where people are watching from at this time, certainly while I'm live here at the moment. I'm not going to take too many questions though, if indeed there are any, because that's all going to happen at a later time. But again, don't forget to follow me so you are notified when I go live, which will happen more frequently now as the days and weeks go on. You'll be able to follow, and it's not just about me. It's going to be about the people that I speak with, and that's going to be pretty varied as well. There'll be some certainly some interesting characters and people that you'll want to hear and be pleased to listen to and see on here. So watch this space. One thing, well, the main thing I wanted to actually mention during this video is how not to use social media, and particularly how not to use Periscope and live streaming, because coincidentally just about 12 hours ago, while I was preparing, actually it was getting on for a little longer than that, but just under 24 hours ago, I was preparing to do all this, and I was thinking, shall I press the button today, maybe tomorrow, or maybe in a couple of days time? Well, something made me do it right now, which was well, the broadcast that I was watching circa 20 hours ago. And if you look at my Twitter feed, that's twitter.com Martin Shine, you'll see just before this posting that there is a posting that includes the celebrity personality Amber Mead. She's on Periscope as well. She's on Twitter. She's everywhere. She's a personality. Originally, she became known to the American public for one of their reality shows around about 6 to 8 years ago. But she is active on Periscope, and something unexpected happened last night, April the 2nd. She's based in Hawaii at the moment, and she was playing to the camera with a couple of guns that happened to be in her house. And everyone seemed to be enjoying that until around about 30 minutes later there was a knock at the door and the police turned up. And yeah, I think she was probably in a little bit of a shock there, to say the least. Last thing you might expect, but why not? Because this is what a lot of people are forgetting when they're using Periscope, particularly when you're broadcasting. By default, for a lot of people, the broadcast includes your location. And unknown to a lot of people, even when they are using their location and it's switched on, they don't realise just how accurate it pinpoints you. I've got my location switched on right now at this moment, and I'm aware of that, and it really is accurate down to a few hundred metres of where you're broadcasting from. So if you're broadcasting from home, and a lot of teenagers are doing this at the moment while their parents are downstairs watching TV or entertaining guests, people broadcasting, and particularly again younger people, I don't think they realise what the implications are, particularly with some strange types that are out there and use the internet. All it takes is around about Christmas time, I was watching broadcasts when children and young teenagers were telling the world on here what their parents had bought them, maybe what car their parents have, showing people around the room as well. And you've got people looking at this inside a home, and particularly some potential unwanted guests such as burglars. It doesn't take much to work out where that home is. So again, for people out there, for parents out there that are watching this, do be aware what the young ones are getting up to with social media, and again particularly with Periscope. Some of the things that I see out there are pretty unsavoury on Periscope, and I'm not too happy with it myself, but there's not much I'm going to change about that. There's a lot of crazy things going on out there, and again, some people, they just don't realise potentially the danger that they can be creating for themselves and people immediately around them, their friends, that sort of thing anyway. So again, please be aware, if you're using Periscope, remember the location. It's very easy for people to know where you are. What I do recommend you do though is watch the video that's been posted just before this one, again on my Twitter feed. It's also on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Martin Shine, and this is the Amber Mead incident that happened, which I've called the James Blonde moment and event. Because it was a bit like that. She was dancing around again with these guns in her hand, and she was having fun, but she wasn't having fun when the police knocked at her door, and it was all live for everyone to see. At one point there were something like 2,000 viewers watching her Periscope broadcast, and I don't think anyone could have expected how it ended. I can see a comment there. It's now that's a thing, isn't it? My phone at the moment broadcasting this, I've turned it. Let me see if I'm going to have to ask you viewer out there, the viewer that just posted a comment or a question. It could have been Ellen. I think it might have been Ellen. I'm not sure. Sorry. Just post it again, and if I catch it, then I will read it. But I was too busy sort of concentrating on what I was talking about, and I'm about to end that now as well because well, I've said what I had to say, and I'll end up rambling on forever. Again, if you are watching this, do follow me. It's the best thing to do is follow me on Twitter. So that's twitter.com/martinshine, and you'll be notified if you follow me when the broadcasts are happening. Right, no worries. Just said I think that was a thank you, was it? What's that for, Ellen? Is that for, you're thanking me? Is that for the advice regarding the location services when you're using Periscope and broadcasting? I'll just wait for a quick answer there. Maybe you're thanking me for something else, but I'm assuming that's what you've been listening to while we've been live here. Yeah, no, oh great. Yeah, well, do spread the word. And just, Ellen, do yourself a favour and check out the video that's posted before this on my Twitter feed. Again, it's twitter.com/martinshine. Yeah, it is entertaining, but at the same time, there's a very serious side to it because what happened was simply there was a viewer that dialed 911 because they could see that this broadcast included these weapons, these guns, and although the police were given, well, should we say, the wrong or exaggerated information about the type of weapons they were, still it's something to be aware of. Again, whatever you're doing on your broadcast, people can find you, and they can find you easily, and the wrong type of people will be able to find you easily as well. I have myself a couple of times when I viewed a couple of Periscope broadcasts just for research purposes. Yes, for research purposes, it has to be done. I have mentioned to people, I've asked them, where are you, for example? I've asked them, and they've said, I'm in Scotland. And I've said, no, you're not, you're in London, because I can see they are. And they've said, no, we're in Scotland. And then I've said, well, do you know ABC Road or Street? And then they've kind of looked up in shock because I've identified exactly where they actually are. And then I've gone on to explain to them, hey, watch out, you've got your location services on, so be aware. And they've taken the hint and switched that off. Again, one reason I've put my location services on right now is because on the Periscope app, people can search for you by location, and particularly as this is an international and global platform, there are certain people out there that are specifically looking for broadcasts in a certain city or country for a number of reasons. Again, I'm not totally new to this today. I've had a few broadcasts happen in recent weeks just to sort of get the hang of it and that sort of thing. And a couple of people said to me, and yes, of course, my first reaction is why me? But they've said to me they're following me and they joined me because they wanted to learn English. So, well, I guess my English is better than their Ukrainian style English. It happened to be someone from the Ukraine I'm thinking of specifically right now, Costas, and he was more than happy to join my broadcasts to, well, just to be familiarise himself more with the English language, if I can use it and speak it correctly myself right now. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to go now. I feel I've been rambling a bit, but perhaps I haven't. Feedback always appreciated, positive and negative. It all helps and is constructive to make sure that these broadcasts and videos improve in the future. Thanks for your time. Thanks for watching. Again, follow me, twitter.com/martinshine. Also on Periscope, my username is @martinshine. If you get lost with all that, it's easier to just remember martinshine.com, and that will help you stay in touch, and hope you do as well. Follow us over the coming days and weeks, and we're going to have some fun, certainly in the city that I'm currently located in, London. So if that's somewhere that you're passionate about, interested in, do watch. Thanks once again, and I'm going to leave it there for now. Bye bye.